On to the songs on Run Devil Run. Tell us about your resonator. It's a National, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's got this real nice white headstock. It's got diamond dot inlays. It
Yeah.
looks like an RSO Rocket. It kind of looks like a Delphi Deluxe type thing. Is that guitar a one-off? Is it unique, or what's the
No,
story
it's a cheap guitar that Gretsch makes. That's really great, and a guy named Donnie Wade designed it, and it sounds really good. It has a wood body on it, and so but it's a real interesting sounding guitar. I also have a National Style O that's more a real high-end National. With a cone on it and stuff like that. And I use that on some of the other songs. But the Gretsch really sounded good on that track.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sugar Shake, it's got a real Stevie Ray shuffle to, my interpretation, real Stevie Ray shuffle to it. And then a few bars in, there's got this kind of little Jimmy chord shift, which I love, kind of a stone-free kind of thing going on there.
Yeah.
Tell me about the guitar used for that, just very briefly,
The whole album is done with that Asphodata.
Okay, the black one, yeah.
Whole album.
All right. Clear as day.
But that's the thing, and for me, it's not Stevie Ray. It's Hendrix. It's always Hendrix. Like I'll go up and I'll hit the univibe and distortion or fuzz, and I'm getting feedback. And somebody who doesn't know, they'll say, "Oh, Stevie Ray." It's like, no, that's Stevie Ray was doing.
I
Hendrix.
stand corrected. He was indeed.
Stevie Ray was doing Hendrix.
Yeah, you're retracing the route back again. Thank you very much. The haunted and muted intro to Baptist Town, and then you've got Robert Cray's kind of quack, that unmistakable quack.
Yeah.
How do you come by that haunted, muted sound that you intro to before?
It's the black guitar, and
what are you playing it through?
I'm playing it through
on that one?
That one is a little amp that Alexander Dumble made for me.
Okay.
It's a vibro champ, and Alexander had that amp for a few years, and it didn't work. And so I said, I just need to, figure out why it's not working. And I think Chris Fleming was over there. He goes, I saw your amp the other day at Alexander's house. I go, yeah. He goes, yeah. It was completely taken apart. Every piece was taken apart and it was on his kitchen table. And then he redid everything. But it's a great sounding amp, and you can hear it on that song. It breaks up really nicely. It's really beautiful.
Beautiful sound. Hoodoo Man, that slide is beautiful. Tell us about that guitar and the smooth, mushy, and really mushy sound you get out in Hoodoo
Again,
Man.
that's the Dumble amp, and then a Fender Excelsior amp.
Okay.
And
the little limited edition, funny little,
And it's the black guitar. Everything was done on the black guitar, and it's tuned to an open G.
Okay, awesome. I love the sound of Cray's guitar on Baptist Town. There's a little bit of compression on there. His guitar on this track is creamier in a way that I've heard it before.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the advantage of when someone goes and plays on someone else's record. It's different. It's a different thing, right?
And we did it when we were in the studio. I went up to Northern California and did it at a studio with him. And I had a close mic amp, and then I also had them, I wanted a mic farther away. And they put it like 10 feet away. I go, no. And I go, you gotta move it way. It was like 20 feet, or 20, 30 feet
so
away.
So ambience.
Yeah, and I want that, and then I mixed that in there. And Robert did I think 9 solos on that song, and we just kind of put it together.
All right. Well, the sound is. I was asking you about the mixing and mastering, but you answered the question already.
Yeah.
You blessed us with Bess and her story, which I love. Yeah. Who are the women in your life that have inspired you personally? Your daughters?
My daughters really inspire me. My wife does, constantly, always very supportive, They'll listen to stuff. When we were doing Baptist Town, I recorded at my house, so I'd write the songs. I mean, we recorded at Sun Studio, but I'd write the songs at my house.
Yeah.
And so every time I wrote a song, I would bring them in, and they'd sit down. And, a lot of times we all had tears in our eyes. It's like, oh, this is really cool, So then, my mom. There's a song on 61 and 49 is a record that we just re-released on Sony. It's on iTunes and Amazon, and there's a song on there called Ruby's Blues, and that's about my mom. And it's an instrumental, but she was really cool. She was always real supportive, do what you want to do, play music, do what you want to do. Always have something to fall back on or whatever, but do that.
Yeah, that's a tough question. Getting Jarvis Jernigan on the record as Stroke of Genius, not least the closing round on Baptist Town. How did you come about getting the Jernigans involved?
Jarvis was a real good friend of mine, and the way he sings is really inspiring. And Jarvis would come to my house and he goes, "I made this for you," and he'd have like a CD with like just all these spirituals, tons, and I mean amazing stuff. You know, the Fairfield Ford, just all these guys, right? And so he would give me all this really cool music, and so when I wanted that song on there, and I'd written that song, but I wanted him to sing it, and so I brought him in to sing that last song on the track.
Awesome. Matt Rossbang, final question, and then I'll let you go.
Yeah.
He's a young guy.
Young guy.
You know,
Yeah.
but the sound he gets ain't young.
No.
You know, so my question is, how does he manage to capture and dedicate himself to the roots sound so well at such a young age? What do you feel he did for your record?
So there's two answers to that. I'm going to give you the human answer, the straight ahead answer. Matt Ross he's a studied guy. He knows about all these great Memphis records. He studied all these artists and stuff. He studied techniques and all that business. He really knows that music inside and out, roots music inside and out. He knows how to get all that out of an artist, and he's very studied. He knows the history of roots music, especially out of Memphis and in the South. So that's the human answer. I think the real answer is that Matt Ross is put here for a reason. And I think that there are elements of Sam Phillips that live in him. And I think that guy really has been filled with the Spirit in a way that he can sit down with somebody, because he'll say to you, he won't say, "Hey, let's do it again. You know, there was a mistake here," or whatever. He doesn't listen to that. He looks at you and goes, "How did that feel? Did it feel right?" That's all he cares about. And he approaches it very much like Sam Phillips. And on the record, you can see, or on the website, we have pictures of it in our gallery. And on the record, on the CD cover, there's some pictures, I think, of Matt, or online or whatever. And you can see it. From the back, he looks like Sam Phillips. And he approaches artists that way. And I personally don't think that that's just a human thing. I think that that's something that's been given to him.
Yeah, that's imbued into him. I've got to let you go. I could speak to you for hours.
Cheers.
Thank you very, very much.
Yeah, thank you.
My friend, good to see you again.